Hey everyone, and welcome to the channel. So today we get to take a look at the 2023 Ram TRX Havoc Edition. Huge shout out to Carolina Auto Direct for providing this truck for me today. Check out their website because they have a massive selection of pretty much brand new inventory. That link is down in the description. So the Havoc Edition provides it with this exclusive Baja yellow, and they have a starting MSRP of $106,000. Underneath the hood for this TRX, you will find the 6.2 liter supercharged V8 that's paired to the 8-speed automatic transmission. It pumps out 702 horsepower, 650 pound-feet of torque, sent through the full-time four-wheel drive system. It will propel this 6,400-pound truck from 0 to 60 in 3.7 seconds with a top speed of 118 miles an hour. It also has a fuel capacity of 33 gallons. You'll expect to see around 10 miles per gallon in the city, 14 out on the highway. This also has a wheelbase of 145.1 inches. Its overall length is 232.8. It has a width of 88 inches, a height of 80.9, and its maximum ground clearance is 11 inches. As we move on to the exterior styling now for the Ram TRX, we have a lot going on for the front end design. Right off the bat, you will notice that Ram is in hollow letters. That will provide even more cooling to that supercharged V8. There's a forward-facing camera nicely tucked up underneath that, and plenty of cutouts in the rest of this grille, along with the functional cutout in the hood scoop. There's also 3 lights within that hood scoop too. This truck is almost 7 feet wide, so by regulation standards, it needs the ones on the side too, as well as the ones up top. There's also LED lighting all around, so headlights, DRLs, turn signals, even the fog lights that are in the lower section of the steel front bumper, where this has parking sensors too, tow hooks in the front, and then being the TRX, that logo is up on the hood with the rest of the matte black vinyl surrounding it. 6.2 liter supercharged badge is on both sides, and there's even some more trim accents on both sides for more of that heat extraction and then the cooling in the front. Definitely an aggressive truck, especially for the power. It's such a massive full-size truck. Now as we work our way to the side, this has a set of 35-inch tires with the 18-inch wheels, finished off in a two-tone design, and it has the Bilstein suspension. You will notice those components up front and in the rear, along with more of the black for the fender flares. So this is the Bumblebee theme with the black and the yellow. The side mirrors are blacked out. They have the integrated turn signal. Ram is also in the lower section of the door. And there's even another trim piece on the back section of the front fender flare. Now that piece corresponds with the cutout on the end of the headlight housing. So again, another area where airflow can go through that panel and then exit down the side of this vehicle. This has a full panoramic sunroof and a pretty good side design to it. Nothing crazy down the side, a few lines here and there, some indentions, massive TRX logo on the side of the bed, and then here's a better look at the rear suspension and all of those components. This truck is definitely designed for some high-speed off-roading adventures, which, let's face it, it's probably going to see pavement 95% of the time, maybe even 100% of the time. But it's cool that you can say you have a truck that is that capable. Now in the rear, this has LED taillights, backup camera, all the sensors are in the steel bumper. This has a dual exhaust system, full-size spare tires located underneath, and this also has remote start. So if I lock it and double tap this, we can fire this up. It definitely sounds really good. We'll get some exhaust revs here later in this video. And this can even tow right around 8,100 pounds. Now that might not seem like a whole lot, especially for this truck, but with the tuned suspension, it's going to differ slightly from a normal Ram pickup truck. Now let's work our way to the cab space now, or the bed space. I can use that button. This has the soft opening tailgate, full spray and bed liner, all the tie down hooks, even a channel where you can add even more, just depending on what you need to haul for the day. Fender arches are very minimal too, so that provides you with a lot more interior space there for the bed, for the additional items that you need to place in it. Definitely a very cool truck on the outside. We have the gloss black door handles too, and then it's just as cool of a truck for the inside. The entire door panel is finished off in leather and alcantara. This has the Harman Kardon sound system, plenty of storage space in the split design for that door panel, even some carbon fiber like trim with leather and yellow stitching. This has a set of steel running boards too for the added off-road protection, but also to help you enter this massive truck. On the interior, same thing for the seats, leather with all of the stitching, and you even get some hidden storage space underneath the floors. So this has the all-weather floor mats at the moment, but if I lift that up and open up this compartment, look at the amount of space that is underneath the floor. You get that on both sides, which is pretty cool to see, along with being able to flip up both of these bottoms. So you can do that for the other side as well, and you get a little bit more storage behind this shelf, but you also have a completely flat area to place in any items if you need that interior storage. And then from there I can pull on that lever and lower the seat back down and then make my way into the back. At 5'10", it is helpful to have both the step and that grab handle. And there's a storage pocket behind both front seats with this netting here where you can place some tools or other items. 2 cup holders are in the middle. There's also the heated and ventilated seat controls for your backseat passengers, auxiliaries, even the air vents too, and a little bit of storage and more of that carbon fiber trim. Now I have around 2 or 3 inches above my head. It's a full-size truck. You would expect to be very roomy. I could have 2 people next to me and still have plenty of space. If you need this big of an interior cab, full-size truck is definitely the way to go. Now with this middle seat, you can actually fold this down if there's no one in the middle. There's 2 cup holders, the armrest, which is alcantara and leather, and then there's a little bit of storage on the back section if you need to use that, and you can easily fold that back up. This does have an electronic sliding rear window that you can open and close, of course, and then the full panoramic sunroof with the sunshade currently closed. Tons of space. It's crazy to see, but it's a big truck. The front door panel is just like the rear, nothing different except the lower section is a little bit wider for some larger drinks. This has memory seating adjustments too. Everything else is the same. Ram is down on the door sill, and then TRX is up in the upper section of that seat. These are automatic, so all those adjustments are down on the side, and your front seat passengers also get a grab handle, which is convenient to have. Now this steering wheel is finished off in leather as well as alcantara. There's carbon fiber stitching, flat bottom design to it. On the left side, all of these are for the gauge cluster. This has Bluetooth controls. It even has adaptive cruise, so distance pacing is on the left side or the right side here, along with all the cruise control settings. Massive paddle shifters. What's interesting with these is they actually split around the controls on the backside, so this still retains volume and tuning for the radio around the paddles. Pretty cool to see that. Well, let's fire this up though. With my foot on the brake, we can bring this to life. And looking at the gauge cluster, on the left side is the tach, right side is the miles per hour, TRX is right in the middle, and then currently it's showing miles per hour in that center screen. I can scroll down into the driver info so you can look at the adaptive cruise and all of those settings. Under vehicle information, there is a lot more to scroll through. So all of these vitals will pull up in the full digital gauge cluster, which is great to see. There's performance too, so you can monitor all of this. Even the power, your 0 to 60, 0 to 100. There's trip information, navigation, which will pull up in full screen. Even the pitch and roll for off-roading. You have your steering angle, drivetrain, wheel articulation. There's a trailer tow, audio, messages. There's settings too, so you can go up to your speed warning, your head-up display, even your screen setup. So you can configure that outside temperature and the compass, whether you want to see that or you have some other info that you'd like to look at. And then the last one is diagnostics. Now over on the left side, there is a pedal adjustment, so you can bring those closer to you or farther away. There's the e-brake, all of the headlight and fog light adjustments, dimmer switches for the gauges, more carbon fiber and one air vent. And the head-up display, like I mentioned earlier, shows the speed limit sign and the miles per hour. And then here's a view of that massive hood scoop from the driver's seat. You'll notice another Harman Kardon speaker, more alcantara and leather covering the entire dash. A little bit of storage with an auxiliary in front of this massive vertical screen. Now on the upper section, this is for the lane keeping assist. There's the hazards. On the left side, temperature, mode, fan speed for your driver. On the right side, there's temperature and a few other AC adjustments. And currently, you can see this is on music. If I go to home now, there's navigation along with phone and radio. You can also add some widgets and customize that homepage just depending on what you'd like to see. I can go back into the media very quickly, pull up the climate adjustments. You have the heated and ventilated seats, heated steering wheel, temperature, where you'd like the air to go. Navigation will pull up on the entire screen too. There's also phone when you have that paired. If I go under vehicle, there's the vehicle cameras that you can pull up. You can also go into the surround camera. So with that amount of visibility, there are a lot of different angles that you can go into just depending on what you need to see. And then you can specifically click on different angles here for your left camera, your right camera. You have downward facing cameras. There's also a trailer surround. So when you have the camera or the trailer hooked up, you can go through that as needed. And then we have the trailer there, of course, some auxiliaries that you can go through. It is a lot of visibility for this truck, which is nice to see. There's also dashboard. We can go into the performance pages now, where you can monitor all of this that you would see in a normal sports car. We have gauges to pull up, engine and dyno, even the G-force meter and vehicle dynamics. So again, you can monitor all of that. Pretty impressive to see the amount of technology that this truck has to offer. Under drive modes, there's sport, tow, snow, and auto. And then you also have a custom setting, mud and sand, rock, and baja. It will control all of these and set them up, depending on the mode, of course, to give you the best performance while you are in those conditions. And then under the race settings, there's launch control, which you can activate your shift light, your race cool down. You can set the RPM for your launches too. There's other controls that we just went into and a numerous amount of settings to configure and get this truck set up the way that you would like to. The last one down below is apps, so you can go into a few of these just to get that squared away. And then volume and power for the radio is on the left side, tuning is on the right side, and there are some shortcuts in the upper section of the screen where you have some favorites that you can set up so you can quickly get into them and get into the seats, sync the AC, and go through all that information. So it's laid out extremely well, easy to go through. Underneath that, there's the trailer steering. So if you're backing up, you've never done that before, you need some help, you can utilize that along with the trailer braking system. There's even some auxiliaries built into the truck. So if you have some compressors or lighting, you have an area where you can quickly hook them up. Parking sensors, which you can turn on and off, and then even more auxiliaries and a little bit of storage, along with a wireless charging pad. So you can put a lot of items down below. Now on this left side, there's a quick shortcut to activate launch control. There's 4 low, 4 high, your locking differentials, even a cruise control setting for off-road and traction control, and then different driving modes that you can go through. So like I showed earlier, this is a shortcut to get through all of those, and you will see that appear on the digital gauge cluster. Now there's 2 cup holders down below. You can hide that with the carbon fiber cover. And to put this into reverse, we'll just pull it back once, where we have the camera system, as I showed earlier. You can also put it into sport mode, so you can shift using the shifter or the ginormous paddle shifters there. Right in the middle, this has the Havoc Edition badge, where you will notice the VIN number, some other settings here, even the horsepower and the engine, which is pretty cool to see. Leather and alcantara, a little bit of storage with an auxiliary in the upper section, and then a ton of space in the lower section. And there's even a conversion chart on the back section. So if you're using this as a work truck and you need to get through any of that, it's nice that it's available for you. And then there's 2 glove boxes. The upper one has a good amount of space with the carbon fiber and the TRX, and then plenty of storage space in that lower section. Now, like I mentioned earlier, this does have a full panoramic sunroof. In order to control that, that is up in the middle, where there's also the rear glass that you can open and close. You can tilt the sunroof, of course. You have the adjustments for the sunshade, dome lights. You can even open up the tailgate, and there's even a sunglass holder behind that, which is great to have, along with the digital camera for the rear view mirror. So that is your normal view. If you need additional visibility, you can flip that up. Now, as far as getting this truck out on the road, we are going to hop into a different TRX, just a different color, but we are not able to get this one out on the road. So with that being said, let's hop into the TRX and take it for a spin. The owner has allowed me to use launch control. Anderson said he's done it probably 15 times or so. So just by pushing on the launch control icon, we currently have it activated. And with my foot on the brake, here we go. Wow. Now, I didn't have all the time in the world to let it rev up a little bit higher, but it activated and we launched for this massive truck. 0 to 60 in under 4 seconds is pretty much matching like supercar territory. That is so impressive. I think we got a little bit of wheel spin, but for the conditions today, that's pretty awesome. Now you can pop it over into the manual setting. We'll listen to that supercharger whine, because that doesn't get old. Wow. I mean, it's so much fun to drive. Now, the owner of this has had a first-gen Raptor, a second-gen Raptor, and a few other trucks, and by far this is his favorite. The only thing that he mentioned that he didn't like was the MPG, but of course, you're not buying this truck for the MPG. There are so many other fun factors that MPG is pretty much thrown out the window. So you're buying this truck, you're wanting everything like he bought it for, to use this for the performance and everything else that is offered. And so now as we switch over to the POV angle, we can do launch control one more time, where you'll see activate launch control is right there. So simply just click on that, it is activated. And with my foot on the brake, we'll let it go a little bit longer here. So foot on the brake, mash the gas, release the brake, here we go. Woo! That definitely gets up and moves. Now you can definitely feel the weight of this truck. I was trying to keep it, we're not on the widest road right now to be able to do this test, but keeping it within the lines, very easy with the all-wheel drive system, but you can feel it kind of going back and forth just with the pure power that this truck has. Now, there wasn't any spinning in that, and that was a quick launch because it's currently set at 1,000 RPM, so it's not going up to 3 or 4, something like that. I'm not going to mess with that since that's where it is currently set at, but you can adjust that if you'd like to. So we got a pretty quick launch there, not building up a ton of power, but it still got up and moved. And from the driver's seat, hopefully you can tell how big this truck is. We're going line to line on this narrow road, but it's really not hard to get used to driving. I also like the fact that we have the smaller mirror in the corner of the side mirrors. So if you're towing, it gives you a little bit of extra visibility with the length of the trailer. Now, this is a really comfortable truck to drive with the bumpy road that we're on right now. It is so smooth with that Bilstein suspension. It's absorbing all of these bumps very nicely, and it's quiet too. This is a perfect daily driving truck. If this is something that you want, you could use this as a work truck too. It's an expensive work truck, but nonetheless, you could use this. You could drive this every single day, and it's going to give you the fun factor that you're looking for. Now, we'll do one slight acceleration here to finish it up. And it's quick. Supercharger sounds amazing. It's a fun truck. I wish I could take it off-road and really test it out because I know they are very capable, but on-road, just as capable. And I think that's going to wrap it up for this 2022 Ram TRX 1500 Sandblast Edition. Once again, huge shout out to Anderson for letting me take his truck out and experience what it's like. Give him a follow, give this video a huge thumbs up if you enjoyed it as well, and consider smashing that subscribe button so you don't miss out on our daily uploads. And I will see you all in the next video.